Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry for the hiatus. I lifed and I got kind of sick. There's some things that have come out that we need to talk about. So, for those of you who don't know, Ethan Klein, H3 Productions, he is a now podcaster, used to be a sketch YouTuber. He was one of those in the very edgy areas along Wildy Frank. Leafy is here, people like that. He was in that edgy space, right? And even with that edginess, the stuff that's coming out now, it's a little bit more than edgy, Ethan. It's quite a bit more than edgy. It's borderline pedophilia. Okay, like the way that you're talking about children, yeah, no. There was also a lot of Zionistic stuff on there. Let's go over what this man is being exposed for and how and why, right? Okay, so he had a Reddit about 10 or 15 years ago called pedo underscore troll. Pedo troll. Pedo troll. Okay. Whatever. Just name, I guess, right? But this pedo troll was definitely talking about things a pedo would. Like, there's a lot of stuff we're gonna get into. Some stuff I cannot even read or show you because of how disgusting it is. And keep in mind, this man was 25 years old when he was posting this stuff. There's no excuse. It's not edgy. It's not a joke. You can't. Why are you joking about children in this way? You have children now, and his quote-unquote apology, or if you can even call it that, was basically double downing on the entire situation, saying like, yeah, pretty much that's me. Like, okay, that's okay, dude. Okay, so let's get into it. I found the post on Reddit 5 days ago, or maybe 4 days ago, and it says Twitter users have found redacted's old Reddit profile from user pedotroll. And I want to read you a few of the things that Ethan Klein has posted on his pedotroll account because they're quite disturbing. What did you wish you knew at 25? What advice can you give to people in their mid-20s? When you become an uncle, avoid the sexual tension that is inevitable between you and your nephew. It'll be very exciting and enticing, but in the end, the stress that will result from this relationship will not be worth it. It is always best to get involved with children outside the family, with friends, coworkers, etc. Now, that's something that you'd have to... That's not a joke. That's something you thought about for a while. Like, how do you know the common pedophile tactics if you weren't thinking about it? That's not a joke. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, that's not a joke. This one's pretty bad too. That child sure is elastic. Reminds me of when I stand in front of the mirror and twist my hips so my dick dances around in circles. Usually stops like he did too when it hits my 2-year-old in the face. Lol. He usually stands under me asking what I'm doing. I just tell him, Daddy's dancing. Lol. I'm sorry, what? The first, sentence of that, just, you didn't think, maybe I shouldn't post this. Great gif. Really funny. I have a strange memory when I was a kid, maybe about 8. I was walking around the house naked and our family dog started sniffing my dick. Well, I thought it'd be funny to put peanut butter all over my dick and butthole to pretend... Oh, and let him lick it off. It was pretty cool until he decided to bite my dick, and my parents came running in, and I was sitting there with my dick bleeding, covered in peanut butter. Something about this little man being raped recalled this memory. I still have a giant scar that runs down my Johnson to my coin sack. I'm sorry, was that a video? Was he replying to a video of someone being raped and saying, wow, funny, to promote his YouTube channel? He was making jokes out of a man who was raped so he could promote his YouTube channel? Okay. Okay. Oh god, bro. Okay, there's a few more. What socially inappropriate thing are you frequently tempted to do? Touch little boys. Okay. And that's a joke, how? Where's the comedy? Where's the comedy? There's no punchline. There's nothing. It's not a joke, bro. How is that a joke? Hey, thanks for posting this. Reminds me of the time I was doing squats while my son was playing with Legos behind me. Well, I wasn't wearing any underwear, but I squirted shit all over his face. Lol, he was too young to remember now, but whenever I watch him on the toilet, I always lol at that memory. Okay. Okay. You need to redact yourself. You need to stop. You need to delete everything. Speaking of which, I guess he took my advice before I even spoke about this because he's deleted everything. And if that's not a guilty motherfucker, like, you delete everything. He deleted everything. He deleted every post on that account. If you have nothing to hide, why are you deleting like hundreds of posts? They're just some of the few that I can actually read like on the YouTube channel, because I don't want to get, I'm a small channel, right? But I don't want to get banned for speaking some of these things. And just to prove that this was Ethan's account, he posted the exact same story of why and how he stopped smoking weed on Reddit that he tells over and over again on his podcast. And honestly, dude, like, no one cares. Just stop smoking and shut up about it. Just stop smoking and shut up. If you're having issues with smoking, just stop. How old were you when you stopped, and you're still talking about it till the day you're 40? Are you that sad that you can't smoke weed? Come on. And just some more proof that this is Ethan Klein's account, besides the fact that he literally admitted it, was the fact that this account posted about having Tourette's and living with Tourette's. And there was a post he made also saying, as someone with Tourette's, I don't think this guy has Tourette's, or at least he has something else going on too. Now, how hypocritical is that you are telling someone else, possibly with Tourette's, that they don't have Tourette's and they're just, something else is wrong with them, just like you're complaining about everyone is doing with you. Everyone's saying you're on crack, everyone's saying you're on drugs, everyone's saying this, that, but literally on your Reddit, you were saying the same thing about other people. Well, something must be wrong with them. It's not just Tourette's. Now, I mean, this is awful, and so many people on YouTube and online now are being exposed for disgusting things having to do with underage people, which is honestly, like, I don't know how it's so common, and how so many people are being exposed for it. Like, oh my god. You know what I mean? Like, it's disgusting. Here's Ethan's response, right? It's a little sarcastic and I don't really fuck with it, but let's read it. My friends, I have a terrible confession to make. Yes, it is true. My 15-year-old Reddit account was identified by using a doxing website that lists a history of all emails and passwords that have been leaked in illegal data breaches. Okay, but we're talking about children in a okay. A post last night was made on the Snark subreddit by the person who obtained this information. With Reddit's help, this person was able to disseminate this illegally and maliciously obtained information to a community whose sole purpose is to harass me, my family, and my employees. Okay, now we're gonna go over what your employees said later, at least AB, because they kind of sound like they're doubling down too. Did they read what you said? In doing so, some terrible revelations were made. 1. Yes, my account username is pedo_troll. Made a few bizarre and edgy attempts at being funny. It wasn't funny. You're not funny. That wasn't funny. That wasn't funny. It was common on Reddit 15 years ago to create a thematically named troll account to post silly things from. The method was to have Redditors read something crazy, then check the username and realize it was a goof. You can see the evidence of this on the post made in character. Nah. Excuse me, your character is a pedophile? You're playing a character that's a pedophile? You're not an actor. You're not an actor. You need to stop. Why you have a pedophile character? These troll stories include anecdotes that clearly never happened, including a story that references my children who were born 10 years later. Further evidence of this is simply that I was self-promoting my YouTube channel while doing these parody posts. Why would you want a YouTube channel associated with pedophilia or anything else you were posting about? I knew I was personally identifiable the entire time. I was trying to be funny so people would look at my account and discover my YouTube channel. I was not ashamed of it then, and I am not ashamed of it now. I am not ashamed of it now. Embarrassed? Yes. On par with the cringing at my old YouTube videos. I don't know. I would be a lot more ashamed if my YouTube channel was full of pedophile jokes the way your Reddit is full of pedophile jokes. That's pretty shameful. That's not just embarrassing. That's shameful. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. 2. Yes, there are a few posts of me being a Zionist Jewish supremacist, which includes me mostly arguing with someone calling Israel Nazi Germany. Yeah, they're not Nazi Germany, but their government still doesn't. It's the same way that there's systematic racism in America, right? There's systematic racism in Israel. But, I haven't lived there, so maybe we just gotta listen to the expert Ethan Klein who's lived there, and not the Palestinian voices that are speaking up. In totality, about 95% of the posts were about StarCraft 2 or self-promoting my YouTube channel. I have nothing to hide and nothing to apologize for. And remember, folks, joking about pedophilia is not the same as having it on your computer. No, it's not the same, Ethan, but it's a step away. It's a step away. And you know what they say, there's a bit of truth in every joke, so why are you joking about that? Like, why is that funny to you? Why is that funny to you? You're fucking weird. You're a weirdo. That's weird. That's weird. That last sentence is weird. This entire post is weird. This is how his employee AB responded. Wait, so Ethan's old Reddit account was hacked right after beefing with Destiny? How crazy! He's had beef with Snark for years, but immediately after beefing with Destiny, his old Reddit account was hacked using the same method that was used to hack mine. I don't know who hacked mine for sure, but don't play stupid when I say I think it was someone from the DDG community. This isn't me defending Snark, by the way. Fuck Snark as well. Excuse me, your boss talked about shitting on children, on his son that wasn't even alive at that point. He talked about a dog licking his asshole and dick. And I'm sorry, that's all you have to say to someone who literally, word for word, wrote down a very common tactic among pedophiles to find victims that they can traumatize? Like, AB, what are you fucking saying? You couldn't even say, like, oh, it's disgusting. Like, I feel so disgusted that he said that in the past. Like, oh my god, what is wrong with these people? And Ethan, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Why would you say you're not ashamed of that? Be shamed. I'm gonna shame you. Shame, 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 shame. You should be shamed, and you should be off the internet if you're literally, like, not caring that you said shit like that. But, you know, whatever. I hope your fan base does not defend this shit. I really hope they don't. I hope they don't defend him. but we'll see where this goes. Thank you guys so much for watching my channel. I'm sorry it was such a disgusting, gross topic, and like I said, I couldn't even speak out loud majority of the things that were on there because they were too disgusting in my opinion. So you should go ahead and look for them yourself, do your own research, form your own opinion. And if your opinion's anything other than that's fucking disgusting, then you're wrong. Thank you. Bye.